Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Tonight's special program is an exclusive interview with Officer Frank Stash, the defendant in the Claus case. As many of you know, Frank Stash is being tried for the shooting and killing of Santa Claus. As the police investigated Frank Stash, they uncovered other shocking incidents Stash participated in. Stash is now being tried for murder, assault, and disruption of the peace. We sent the greatest interviewer ever, Liz Kinnan, to Frank Stash's house. She got to the bottom of his police career and his present action in the Claus case with a one-on-one interview. Tonight we hear Frank Stash's side of the story. This is the 5.
Thank you, Sam Miller. Alright, hello Mr. Stash. To start this interview, I would like to ask you a few personal questions.
Alrighty, Rue.
How many kids do you have?
I have 3 adorable, perfect children.
Oh, I'm so glad. And tell me, how long have you been in the workforce?
Well, it's been 15 long years now.
15 years, really?
Really?
Whew. You must have seen some crazy things happen. Now, tell me, does your work life and your home life ever intervene with one another?
Well, I try not to have them intervene. You see, I was born, raised, and grown Catholic, and I always try to incorporate my Catholic values into my everyday life. I also let my children play with my gun and drive my cruiser around, so it's a blast, literally.
That's great. Well, now, as you know, with the investigation, the police have covered some videos of serious misconduct on your part. Specifically, the case where you confronted a man on his property to stop him from cutting down a tree. Would you like to elaborate on the situation?
Well, Lizzie Pooh, like I mentioned before, I am Catholic, and dogmatically correct. It is for me to stop this man from cutting down a tree he was not needing at that time. You see, I was helping to care for the earth, so I arrested him for ruining the planet.
You know what, Mr. Stash? You don't have to go any farther. We actually have a video recording of that incident.
Perfect, let's see it.
Bad boys, what you want, what you want, what you gonna do when Chevy John don't come for you? Tell me,
Hey, buddy! Buddy! He's resisting. Resisting arrest. Here we go. Write that down. Alright. Okay, we got a 10-4 here. Back up. Not hit that car. Oh. Kind of hit the curb here. Yep. There you go. Alright. We're gonna go back here. We're gonna be calm, we're gonna be collected. Here we go. Come on, stay behind me. One, 3. 1, 2, 3. 5. Alright, we're good. We have a guy here. We have a call about some guy cutting down some trees back here. Hey, buddy. Hey, buddy. What are you doing?
You can just shut your mustache. My conscience is clear. I have done nothing illegal. I have my rights, and I intend to keep on bickering and turning more tripulatories into thieves. And nothing is going to stop me. That's it. The very last one. That may stop you.
You see, trees are very important to me and the rest of humanity, so cutting down a tree for excessive use is not a good reason to commit this action. So I acted as any Catholic male with a soul would have. You see, our earth is plagued with water shortages, food deficiency, and overconsumption, and I refuse to let this terrorism ruin our world.
That's very impressive, and I can feel your passion for a minimum wage cop.
The passion, thank you.
Now, Mr. Stash, Would you mind telling the audience at home about your current court case? Would you mind telling the audience at home about your current court case?
Sure. Well, you see, I just finished my breakfast at Dunkin' Donuts, and I was on patrol. Suddenly, I get a call about a man in a red suit with a white beard walking through the neighborhood house to house. So I instantly thought it was my old high school teacher, Mr. Langa, but I was wrong when I approached the scene. I saw the culprit walking in a calm cul-de-sac with a bunch of children's toys, and so I acted.
You know what? I can stop you there again. We actually have a video of this.
Oh, you do?
Yeah, do you mind if we...
Let's show it.
Alright.
Bad boys, what you want, what you want,
Goes
what
like
you
this.
gonna do when Chevy John don't come for you?
Hey!
Tell me
Hey, what are you doing?
what you wanna do, what you gonna do. Yeah.
We got him. We got him. We need an ambulance here.
Officer Stash, how did this event take an emotional toll on you, knowing you had just killed the jolliest man in the world?
It was hard. But I was just doing my job.
Mr. Stash, I can see that this is very heartbreaking for you. You know what? We will go to a commercial. You can take your time.
Ew. Oh boy, Brian ordered pizza! Oh god, it is terrible!
On the evening of the draft, with question marks at quarterback, were you pleased to see us trade down for a corner? We traded up from 26. We took Mazzaro. Did it make you sick? Did you feel like you were duped by your employer? Brian Hoyer, 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 Brian Hoyer. It's beautiful.
That was our exclusive interview with Frank Stash, who, as you know, is being tried as we speak. This just in, we have live footage of the courtroom. Let's check it out. All rise for the Honorable Judge Kyle!
Take your seats.
Officer Frank Stash, you are on trial for the murder of Santa Claus.
Yes, Your Honor.
Mr. Stash, please come to the stand and testify your point of view.
I'm Catholic, and in the Catholic Church, capital punishment is permissible if society does not have an alternate way to protect itself from the offender. Santa Claus, as you know him, is a magician and uses black magic within his white gloves to tempt little children into believing in him. He breaks and enters into millions of houses once a year and steals milk and cookies. Can't even talk. He has complete power over the entire world on the 25th of December. It could break into the White House and destroy the world. My shooting of Santa Claus also aided in the capture of his little helpers, the elves. I feel I helped society in taking down the man in the red hat.
Thank you. You may return to your seat.
Thank you.
Officer Stash, I sentence you to 2 minutes of community service cleaning up the neighborhood.
The court-mandated community service starts now. You have 2 minutes at least. You must pick up all this scum in this nice lady's yard.
All this trash?
All this trash. Pick it up. Yeah, boy. Don't miss no signs. Faster. It's all gotta be done in 2 minutes.
Last one.
2 minutes of community service is now concluded. Congratulations, scumbag. You're real credit to the force.
Put that on!